The Merchant's Shadow. Chapter 1. The Golden Path. In a sun-soaked desert kingdom named Amlar, merchants ruled more than kings. Among them, the wealthiest was Kail ibn Rahim, a man known for his sharp wit, finer silks, and cold heart. His caravan snaked through cities like a river of gold, carrying spices, gems, and stories of conquest. Kail had only one goal in life: more money, more land, more servants, more praise. He had no wife, no children, no friends, only a ledger filled with numbers that he guarded more fiercely than any treasure. Chapter 2. The Old Man and the Oasis. One blazing afternoon, as Kail's caravan rested at an oasis, a wrinkled beggar with a crooked walking stick appeared. His eyes sparkled despite the dust clinging to his face. "Spare a drop, merchant," the old man croaked. Kail wrinkled his nose. "Get away from my tents, you walking curse." The old man pointed toward the merchant's towering shadow. "Even the sun gives you more than you give others." Kail scoffed, but the words clung to him like sand in his boots. That night he dreamt of being swallowed by his own shadow. Chapter 3. The Mysterious Map. At the next city, Kail received a peculiar gift, an ancient map sealed with wax. No name, no sender. The map showed a desert trail leading to a place called Al-Azir, with just 3 words scrawled beneath: "The gold you can't count." Kail's heart thundered. Was it a trick, a legend, or real? He gathered his bravest men and left behind his trade route. "If what lies ahead is worthless," he said, "we'll sell the map." But Kail wasn't interested in selling maps. He wanted the gold. Chapter 4. A Desert of Trials. The journey was brutal. Days scorched their backs, and nights bit their bones. Kail's men grumbled, but his eyes were locked on the horizon. They crossed sandstorms that erased footprints within seconds. In one, they lost 2 camels and nearly all their water. On the 7th night, they stumbled upon a strange stone gate buried halfway in the dunes. It bore the mark of an open hand. No lock, no hinges, just a narrow path leading down. Kail pushed forward. Chapter 5. The Hall of Shadows. The path led to an underground city made of glass and light. No guards, no signs of life, just piles of gold coins scattered like dust. Jewels embedded the walls. Rivers of molten silver flowed silently. Kail's men gasped. "This is it! We are rich!" But Kail raised a hand. "Touch nothing." He stepped forward. A strange echo followed him. Not of footsteps, but of whispers. Whispers that spoke his name. One whisper hissed, "You already took more than your share." Suddenly, the gold shifted and moved, like sand on water. A shadow detached from the wall and formed a mirror version of Kail, taller, darker, eyes full of fire. "I am what your greed made," it said, "and I've been waiting." Chapter 6. The Price of Greed. Kail drew his blade, but it turned to ash in his hand. "Here, we do not fight with swords," said the shadow, "only truths." One by one, the walls displayed moments from Kail's life: a child denied bread, a widow whose home he claimed, a rival poisoned for a deal. "Each coin you stole came with a curse," said the shadow. "Now your gold is your prison." Kail's men tried to flee, but the gates vanished. Only Kail remained standing, heart thundering. "I didn't know," he whispered. "You knew," the shadow said, and then silence. Chapter 7. Redemption or Ruin. Days passed, or maybe weeks. Time didn't exist in Al-Azir, but Kail did something strange. He began giving. He took the gold and shaped it into tools, beds, lanterns. He carved names of the poor into walls of crystal. He wept as he remembered the ones he had wronged. The shadow watched silently. One day, Kail turned to it and said, "Let me carry their pain, if it will free them." The shadow blinked. "Now you understand." The walls shimmered. The gold melted into light. Kail awoke outside the desert, alone. The map turned to dust beside him. Chapter 8. A New Caravan. When Kyle returned, his riches were gone. His name was forgotten. But he began again, slowly, this time as a giver. He built wells in dry towns, opened free markets, shared his stories with children who had none. People called him mad, some called him wise. But Kyle never again chased shadows. He walked beside them and gave them shade. Moral: greed promises everything but leaves you with nothing. Only when we learn to give do we truly gain.